back. Welcome to Game of Thrones. This is the episode 5 of season 7.
Yep.
And it's named Eastwatch.
Yep.
My name's Nick.
Hi, I'm John.
Okay. I just want to do a shout out right here.
Yep.
For the third member who isn't quite with us today, but he's in spirit.
He's no longer with us.
But what it was, like a week or so ago, no longer with us, a week or so ago, he made a bit of a joke, passing joke, and he was like, I best get a shout out on your next episode.
Yeah.
Because I'm basically the third member anyway doing all this editing. And it was a joke, but I feel like it might have been slightly serious as well. But he does deserve a shout out. It's our editor, Joe.
Mr. Oh, I'll give it a surname then.
He would not be happy with that.
Yeah, let's just call him Joe.
So, Joe,
Yeah.
we're hoping to get him on for the 7th episode.
Big finale.
And he has said he's going to try and do so.
Yep.
If anyone wants him to come on, tweet him at it's Joe on Twitter and say, get your ass on the Game of Thrones episode.
Hey, and get a poll on Facebook as well. Should Joe turn up for the finale of Game of Thrones? Yes or no?
Yeah, we'll just force his hand in this one. We'll make sure he can. But big shout out. Without him, this wouldn't be really possible, would it?
Yeah.
He does a lot of editing, and he's shown us how to set up all the equipment. Like basically, without him, we'd be a bit stuck, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that out of the way. Now let's get into the episode.
Yep.
If you're all right with that.
Yep, definitely. Yeah.
Just jump straight away. It opens the episode with Bronn and Jaime surfacing from the water, which in the previous episode they jumped in to escape the Drogon's flame.
Yeah, blast. Yeah.
And they basically surface, and I think Jaime instantly says like, oh, you could have killed me.
Yeah, that was funny. Like, you nearly killed me. It's like, are you joking?
And I think they have a bit of a conversation. It's like, oh, I need to tell Cersei. There's other bits they say as well. I can't remember it now, but it's not that important, to be fair. But
like Jaime's like, we need to tell Cersei, we've got a big battle coming, and Bron's like, we? You have.
Yeah, and then I think there's another bit like he's saying like, Bronn says like, oh yeah, this will be a big issue for you, King's Landing. It's like, what do you mean, me? You as well? It's like, no, dragons is where our partnership ends.
Yeah.
I will not be King's Landing when those start singeing all the town down.
Yeah.
So from that we get that Bronn's still Bronn. And yeah, it's a little short scene.
I mean, I feel like this is another one of these cheap shortcuts that I'd heard today in a couple of reviews and podcasts where people are saying that, I mean, I felt it's been going this way for a while, to be honest with you, but people are really getting onto it now that they almost just take a shortcut out of like what could be an interesting moment. The end of the last episode was like showing Jaime sinking into the bottom of the water and didn't play music over the credits as if to say, oh my God, Jaime's dead. It's like, no, it's not. We all know he's not dead.
We knew he weren't dead, didn't
And then at the start of this one, he just popped straight out the water. They didn't even try and keep the suspense up that he might be dead or something,
Straight away
he pops out like...
But yeah, that was that scene. Like I say, it's just basically confirming that what we already knew, which is he's alive.
Yeah.
We go from there to Tyrion. He's basically walking through the burnt out battlegrounds. Look at you see shots of like soldiers that are just dust. With the shields. Obviously, they were trying to protect themselves with shields and stuff. He looks a bit distraught. He didn't want this. We knew that. And he walked from there over to where Daenerys is, with a lot of Lannister soldiers.
Yeah.
And she's basically demanding they all bend the knee or die if they don't.
Yeah.
And a fair few of them do bend the knee instantly. Like, yeah, I've just seen what you did. I'm not willing to have that happen again.
Yeah.
A lot don't though. And the two main people that we see is
Is it Randall
Randall
Tarly
Tarly and Dickon Tarly. And and Daenerys calls forward Randall, "Oh my lord, come forward," and basically demands he bends the knee again.
Yeah.
He says no.
I like the little back and forth they have, but again, like as a character thing, we've already seen like 2 episodes ago that Randall Tarley will pick and choose like his allegiances kind of thing. I don't understand why he's so like.
I mean, Tyrion said it himself, didn't he?
Yeah.
He went, well, like Cersei wasn't your queen until like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So
why do you care that much, kind of thing?
Why are you not willing to switch again now? And I think his response was, you have to make hard decisions in war.
And he mentions the fact that Cersei is Westerosi born, and she's not the one turning up on the shores with like a foreign invading army, that kind of thing. So, yeah. Yeah,
and she's lived in Westeros all her life, whereas Daenerys was born in Westeros, but she's lived in Dorne all her life, isn't it?
Yeah, and like over the water and stuff in like Marine and all places, Pentos, stuff like
that. He denied. He says no, I'm not bending the knee. Dick on a true dick move.
Dick move.
Well, not even against anyone else, just on his own part. Like, why the hell you'd go? You kill me too. Come on, I need to die too.
Yeah, don't you kill my father without me.
I think Randall actually says, "I know you bloody bend the knee and you keep our family name going," kind of thing.
Tyrion says, like, "Don't let another great family be, beheaded," kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he's like, "No, you're not killing my dad without killing me as well."
I love that because he says that. Don't let another great family be beheaded, and Daenerys is like, "I won't be beheaded." Like,
that's quite good.
Oh god. So yeah, they come forward, and we see Drogon spit a big burst of flame.
Yeah.
And they basically turn to ash.
Dracarys.
Yeah, instantly.
Yeah. Which results in everyone bending the knee.
Literally every single other soldier's like, yeah, I'm all right, thanks. I'll bend the knee.
Just one little point here. Like, I feel like they're trying to kind of get at the fact that Tyrion is worried she's going a bit mad queen. But I'm totally on her side with this. If they don't want to bend the knee, she's said what she's going to do,
I mean, I was thinking this as like, how can you get people's well, not even respect, but like, how can you get people's like fear? Maybe like you can't do it without this fear that they're going to die.
And she said she won't take people prisoner because that's been a whole kind of ethos from the start. She's the breaker of chains kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's either bend the knee or die. So she's just sticking to her word. I don't think there's anything mad queen about it.
I don't think there is, no.
But Tyrion and Varys seem to be like, oh, she's going so mad.
Yeah, I didn't see that myself, to be honest. Okay. That scene ends with them two burning anyway. And we see Jaime running, I think he's basically jogging anyway, through some of the halls of King's Landing.
Yeah.
I think he passes the Maester, the Hand.
Yeah, I think Qyburn's on his way out of
that's it.
Cersei's chambers. Yeah.
And he's like, oh my lord. But like just, he runs past straight into Cersei's chambers.
Yeah.
And he tells her of what happened in the battle. Kind of think, oh, these dragons... Basically, we're fucked, is what he's saying.
Yeah, they've got 3 big dragons, big army of Dothraki.
And the Dothraki, they're like, it's not war for the Dothraki, it's a sport. So, like, he's terrified at this point of Daenerys and her army.
Yeah.
Quite rightly so. Dragons, God's sake. Yeah, just that happens. But then I think he mentions Tyrion, does he not? He mentions something for Cersei to basically bring up Joffrey.
They mention Joffrey, and it gets back to the fact that Jaime's saying that Tyrion didn't kill Joffrey. It was
Olenna.
It was Olenna. Yeah, Lady Olenna. Yeah.
And Cersei's like, oh, bollocks. I think, but he's like, no, listen, think about it.
Yeah.
Would you rather have Joffrey or Tommen marrying your granddaughter? It's like, and she kind of seems to realise, and she's like, and I shouldn't have let you have your way. She should have been screaming while she died.
Yeah, she's like, did she tell you that before or after she drank the poison you kindly prepared for her?
Yeah. That's that scene pretty much wrapped up.
again, just planting the seed of Tyrion into, the fact that Tyrion's going to crop up again later on, and the divide it can cause between them two.
Yeah, there's definitely a divide, like, growing between the two of them now, isn't there? It's getting bigger.
Well, I feel in some ways they're getting closer than ever, but in other ways, there's this level of, like, he thinks she's gone a bit mad and she doesn't totally trust him. There's this thing in the back of both of their minds, which, even though on the surface it all looks fine, like there's a weird little undercurrent of something going on.
Definitely. We go from there to Daenerys. She lands back at Dragonstone and Drogon, and we get, like, I think many people see this as confirmation, this bit, because John basically is faced with Drogon, and for some reason, I don't know why someone would do this, instead of backing away from this giant dragon, he takes his glove off and decides to start stroking Drogon.
Yeah.
And like I say, I think this is confirmation for a lot of people that he is Targaryen. Like, the dragon recognised it.
Yeah, responds to him. Yep. I found it funny how Daenerys is back up on the dragon's, like, neck or whatever, and she can't see anything. She's like, what's going on down there? Like, head's in the way, kind of thing.
I feel like she was trying to, like, intimidate him a little bit here.
Yeah, I think
and then he was like, you can't intimidate me. I'll just stroke your beast. And I loved it because she jumped down, and she said, he's beautiful, isn't he, or something. And John goes, it's not the word I was going to use. But yeah. He's definitely a beautiful beast.
Yeah.
Or a gorgeous beast, I think he says. Yeah.
That's right. I think she says something like, they're not beasts, they're family or something like that.
Yeah.
Not to quote Fast and Furious again, but...
They're not beasts to me, they're my children.
Yeah, that's right,
says. Then I think the Dothraki come along then and say, my queen, a man is here who claims to know you, and we get a bit of a touching reunion between Daenerys and Jorah.
Yeah, my boy Jorah Mormont finally comes back. He's becoming one of my favourite characters now. I got a bit bored of the whole grayscale thing quite quickly.
Yeah.
Just seeing him back there again now, it's like, yes, Jorah's back.
Yeah, it's dead cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
and I think, like, she hugs him. Like, she clearly loves him still, even though, like, there's a period where she hated him. She clearly loves him.
Yeah. Well, she loves him almost like an uncle or something, I think. I don't think she loves him
not in the way he wants.
Not in the way he wants, yeah.
But yeah, and he basically asked, can I serve you again? You promised I could if, like, I got ever healed myself. And it's like, it'd be my honour, kind of thing. And that's pretty much the end of the scene. Like, the hug, and kind of cuts off from there. It goes from there to the ravens, a big bunch of ravens with white eyes. We see that it's Bran.
That'd be a twist for you. Bran to do some walking as well.
And they're all, like, flying over. I think they fly over the wall.
I mean, are we under the impression now that Bran can just control an entire flock of, like, ravens?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Cause they all had white eyes and stuff,
they all seem to have the white eyes. And they fly straight over the wall, and they didn't seem like they flew very far before they got to
I was thinking that, like, just 2 minutes down, and like, oh, here we go.
And so I don't know if this is just telling us the army's very close. Look, they're literally about to hit the wall.
I mean, let's face it, they should be by now. They've been marching for like 5 series or whatever.
Yeah,
it's taken them that long to get this far. And yet Jon Snow can, like, sail from Eastwatch to King's Landing and back twice in an episode, kind of thing.
Yeah. It kind of cuts over. They fly over the wall. They come across the armies, and then it kind of, the camera goes to the Night King, who looks at the ravens, and they just disperse. So we know that he has some power over the warg power.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He can tell when, like, he's watching or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. Like,
almost like he can stop his influence or something. Like, Bran's controlling these ravens, but he can just be like, right, stop. Like, they go back to normal, kind of thing. And
after that, they all disperse, and it cuts to Bran, and I don't know who it was. It was just like a soldier, I think, or a maester.
It was the new maester. Is it Maester Lubin or something?
Is that what it was?
I think so.
It was a maester then. And Bran just says, "Oh, we need to send ravens. We need to send ravens." I mean, to me, I was like, you can literally control ravens.
Yeah, you send a raven.
Can't you just literally control them and take them there yourself? Yeah. Maybe we'll find out what he means by this, but yeah, just that's just a little scene anyway. Then goes from there to Sam walking into a meeting room with the Grand Maester and a lot of the other Maesters. I don't know if they're classed as Grand Maesters or if there's just one Grand Maester and they're all Maesters.
Yeah, I don't know either, actually. I think that's probably what it is, one Grand Maester and they're all...
That's what I'm thinking.
Because he's in training still, into Sam.
Yeah. They're all having a meeting. What was it about? It was about Bran's message.
It was the Raven had just sent, about why Bran is just telling everyone now, like, you know, the Night's Watch are coming. Night's Watch, the Night King's coming.
Oh my God, the Night Watch are coming.
There's only 5 of them left. Look out, though.
Yeah, and basically Sam overhears. It's like, oh, it's Bran. You're on about. I let him through to the wall at the time, kind of thing. And he basically says, like, you're all respected a lot. If you told all the armies to go north, they'd go north. They'd all listen to you, kind of thing. And I think the Grand Maester's like, he's not really considering it, but he's just like, yeah, we could, but they could also think that, like, Daenerys is just trying to trick everyone.
Yeah, that would be my first thought, to be honest. Like, just a power play to get the armies out of there.
Exactly.
The strongholds, and yeah.
So he's like, well, what we'll do, we'll clarify it.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to you.
They sound a bit like the Ents from Lord of the Rings, remember when they're like, we'll talk about it.
Telling you, it's just Lord of the Rings from a different point of view. Telling you, it's going to end with Frodo dropping the ring in the volcano.
Yeah, that'll be Mount Doom.
But yeah, nothing much more. Like, I think he basically gets sent out, and it ends with one of the other maesters saying to the Grand Maesters, like, "Isn't that the kid whose dad and brother just
got burnt alive?"
Yeah. Like, yeah, I haven't got the heart. I haven't had the heart to tell him just yet. And that's that.
Yeah. One little thing about that scene. I know Sam did a good job saving Jorah Mormont the other week, but still a bit too chippy for me. Yeah. If I was holding a meeting with all these, like, maesters and what have you, I'd be like, you know, just do your job, pal, and get out of it. Like, you know, keep your opinions to yourself about Brandon Stark. Please.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I know what you mean. He's changed a lot, Sam, hasn't he? We'll get into it in a few scenes time. But
well, we'll say he's changed a lot, but I'm going to come back to that when we get to it. In some ways, he's not changed at all, but we'll come back to that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we go from that then to Tyrion and Varys in the throne room, and they're like in the Dragonstone throne room.
Yeah,
they're like having drinks, and Varys has got like a little rolled up scroll in his hand, and they're just talking about, basically, as you were saying before, like they think that Daenerys is going a bit mad.
Yeah, getting a bit worried.
Getting a bit worried, and Varys is like, you need to kind of convince her to stop what she's doing.
Yeah. But again, I've got no issues with it. And like Tyrion is like, trying to convince him that everything is fine. Saying, like, she told him they could bend the knee, they didn't do it. But he doesn't fully believe it. But I don't know why they're so.
I think Varys says something. Well, that's what I believed when Rhaegar was.
When Aerys was burning people
Aerys,
left, right, and centre. Yeah.
When Aerys
it wasn't my fault or something. It wasn't my doing or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a bit different for me. I mean, did they really think, this is Tyrion and Varys, did they actually think this war was going to be won with, like, no deaths whatsoever? You know what I mean? Like, you've got to kill some people.
It's a war, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't just leave everyone alive.
Yeah. They're being a bit too diplomatic, I think, at the moment, yeah.
I mean, I think she's taking Elena's advice anyway.
Definitely, yeah.
Not being a sheep, being a dragon.
Yeah. Do what comes naturally to you, kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah. And that scene kind of they finished a little conversation about Daenerys, and I think Tyrion asked, like, so what's that in your hand? It's like, it's a sealed scroll to Jon Snow.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it says like, oh, it's sealed. It's like, and then Tyrion's like taking a drink, and he goes, yeah, so what does it say? It's like, well, nothing good.
Yeah, that's quite good. I like that.
It cuts straight from that to Jon Snow opening the scroll in the big war room. Would you call it?
Yeah, like a war room, with the table and stuff. Yeah,
with the big like map of Westeros on it.
Yeah,
and he reads it out, and it's about. Well, it informs him that Arya and Bran are still alive. And for some reason, he seems a bit disgruntled about this.
I don't get this. Yeah, he seems fuming about the fact they're both still alive. I thought they were dead.
as if it was his plan the whole time. Yeah. And he's also been informed of Bran's vision of the undead army.
He takes that in his stride as well. He just found out that his crippled brother, who he thought was dead, is now seeing visions. He's like, oh yeah, that's Bran. Yep. Like crazy
old
Bran.
Yeah. But I wonder what it would be like when he finds out Arya's a bit of a badass fighting machine now.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
If they're both still alive by the time he gets back to Winterfell.
Yeah, that's it. Well, if he's still alive, because we know. Well, we'll get to that at the end. Yeah, I'll come back to that. Yeah, just a little thing, and then they kind of have a bit of a conversation, saying that like you need to go and kind of fight the White Walkers or something. But like it basically comes to a thing, and it's like we can't do that. And Tyrion basically suggests that we need the help of the Lannisters, and his sister. And he basically says, like, right, what we need to do, we need to bring the dead to them to show them that they're the real kind of thing. And they're like, well, we can't bring the army. That's what we're trying to avoid, isn't it? It's like, yeah, we only need one, and we don't need the entire army. We can just bring one of them to show them, kind of thing. So like they essentially decide to go to north of the wall. I think Jorah kind of signs up for it. It's like, let me do my thing. Let me go with them.
I like that. Like, I feel like Joe's almost Daenerys' kind of spokesman at that point. Like, because I still feel like she's on the fence about it. I know that the show's kind of gone down the road now that Dany just believes Jon Snow. Yeah. But logically, she should still be like, really, a dead army kind of thing. So the fact that Jorah's going, his word back to her will be like, if he says there's dead men there, she'll believe him kind of thing. Yeah.
And yeah, I think they all decide to do it. I think so. It's basically Davos is going to sneak Tyrion into. Oh, I think this is decided as well that Tyrion's going to get word to Cersei via Jaime.
Yeah.
And Davos is going to be the one to sneak him in because he's a smuggler, so he knows his way around
and stuff. Yeah.
And meanwhile, Jon, Jorah, and wait, is that it?
Going to the Eastwatch.
Oh, they decide that they're going to Eastwatch, but like
I think they have to wait for them to get back for.
But yeah, that's it. At this point, they decide that Jon Snow's going to go with Jorah, don't they? And then that's pretty much the end of the season. Not season. Gosh, I can't imagine.
Well done, guys.
Thanks for listening. Thanks very much.
Close it down. No, just on that, we're going back to Lord of the Rings again here, but one of the big complaints, I'm sure you've heard it a million times, is that just get the eagles to drop the ring in the volcano.
Oh, God, yeah.
You've got 3 dragons here. Get on one of your dragons, go north of the wall, scoop up some White Walkers with those big dragon claws.
I mean...
Flying back, throw a load at King's Landing. Have a look at this. Throw a load at Dragonstone. And just let them be like, look, proof.
I mean, I don't fully agree with that, purely because I don't think... If I was the owner of that dragon, I'd be like, I'm not willing to let my dragon so close to an army which can kill him and then bring him back. What I would, on the other hand, be willing to do is like, just right. What I'll do, I'll ride over with my dragons.
Have a look.
I'll just burn them all.
Or just even just have a look. Just have a look. Oh, yep, definitely a dead army. Well, I'm convinced now.
The only thing I wonder, because like dragons, we know are like magical creatures.
Yeah.
And we know that there's a big spell on the wall preventing magic from passing it.
Maybe. I never thought of that.
So I'm wondering if they can even get north of the wall. I mean, that's just... It might be quite far-fetched, but like it's something I was thinking today.
See, I've got a different thing I was thinking about. just more of a logistical thing. Dragons are obviously fire-breathing creatures. They look reptilian, lizard-like. They prefer warmer climates. Would they be happy fighting in the snow? Do you know what I mean? I can't imagine a dragon flying around in the snow. It'd be a bit cold. Do you know what I mean?
I do. I know what you mean. I mean,
I wonder if that'll be like one of their weaknesses or something. Fighting the White Walkers, they're going to be like
going back to the scene before where like you seen like Drogon's face quite close up, and he had like very orange red eyes, didn't he?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was meant to mean this, but I kind of took it as that being like a fire dragon. And I'm not saying the other ones aren't. They clearly are fire dragons, but I wonder if like they're going to be more like ice dragons or something. Like maybe the other ones have bluer eyes,
have like a power reach or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. I mean, it might just be autobolic what I just said, but like I was wondering if like that Drogon's like the fire one, and then because the theory is essentially that there's going to be 3 riders, Jon Snow being one of them. And it makes sense for him to have an ice one. Yeah. Like an ice dragon kind of thing.
Symbolise him kind of thing. Yeah.
And I don't know what the third one would be. But because the theory is either Tyrion or Jaime, isn't it? Really?
Is there a really short dragon? Tyrion can climb on that one.
Well, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. Just on that though as well quickly, I like the little detail of Drogon, when he blinks, the blinking closes like normal, but the eye blinks sideways. Did you notice that?
Oh yeah, he has the inner thing,
the inner layer kind of thing. Very Smaug-like.
Like a lizard though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think Smaug had that detail
as well.
I
think he did,
another Lord of the Rings.
It's telling you.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing, but different point of view. Just watch. Joking. So that pretty much ends that scene anyway. The little conversation. They've all decided they're going different ways and all that. And we go to Arya, and she basically walks in on a little meeting in the hall, and there's something that one of the lords says to Sansa, which is the exact same thing they said to Jon before he left. It's like, the king of the north should stay in the north.
Yeah.
And I think that was like episode 1 or something when he decided to, or 2, or an earlier episode anyway, when he decided to go and see Daenerys.
And I'm sure that's a callback to like Robb Stark as well at some point. I'm sure his men were getting like disillusioned with him, going off to marry some southern wife and fight, going with the Freys and stuff like that. So it seems to be a theme that the Northmen want the king in the north kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It walks in on that, and Sansa seemingly just taking it, but like I don't know quite. Like I think like because there's this scene, isn't it? The next scene where they're walking together, and like Arya says, like, yeah, you're just like rolling over, letting them talk about Jon this way.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not quite sure what Sansa could have said. These are lords of the north.
I don't know if they're doing it deliberately, but it feels to me like it's a bit of a kind of counterpoint to what Daenerys is doing. Daenerys is like, you either bend the knee or you die. Whereas Sansa's like, no, we've got to bring everyone together and work with them and hear the complaints. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It feels like a bit of a kind of, I don't know who's meant to be right out of them two, but it just feels like two different ways of handling things, you know?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Like there's this little conversation, and we kind of we come to the old quarters of Ned and Caitlin, and there's this little conversation between Arya and Sansa, and we basically gather from this anyway that Arya is still a bit mistrusting of Sansa because she seems to think that she's the same old Sansa from season 1.
Well, I feel like they're both like slip back into season 1 mode almost.
Yeah.
Like, because she's accusing Sandra of like, oh, you like nice things, you're in like mother's chambers and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's almost like a bit of, not even jealousy, but she just doesn't like the...
It just feels like they've slipped back into she's the tomboy one, needling Sansa all the time, and she's like being like, you know, oh, the lady who likes nice things, trying to like be lord of the manor kind of thing.
I mean, we've said it all along that this season's been like one big callback to previous seasons, and it's basically going like, oh, do you remember this happened? I feel like there might be some significance to that eventually, but
the only thing with the Arya thing is though, I felt like she got past all this. Like, she became wiser. She became a great warrior. She learned to become like no one. That kind of thing. And now she's just slipped back into teenage Arya mode kind of thing. It just seems a bit strange almost. That
it is a bit odd.
I don't know whether it's like just a shortcut for the writers just to do that, to get a bit more conflict in there, but it just feels a bit lazy almost to me, that she just slipped back into the old mode just for the sake of a bit of conflict brewing between them two.
So there's this little bit of conflict anyway, like you say. Obviously there's a bit of a divide between the two of them. They're not quite on the same page.
I mean, who do you think's in the wrong there? Do you think Arya's been a bit too...
I do think she's been a bit too childish with it, kind of thing. Yeah. But I don't know what I was going to say after the book, because, like I said before, I don't know what Sansa could have done differently, like to.
And like Arya's making her feel bad, saying like, you've thought about what had happened if Jon Snow doesn't come back. You don't want to, but you've thought about it. Like, and it's like, that's natural. There's nothing wrong with that. People think about stuff like that.
Of course you would, yeah.
She has thought about what she'd be like being the Queen of the North or whatever. Like, who wouldn't, kind of thing. But it doesn't mean she wants it to happen. You know what I mean? It's just like you mentioned, very childish way of looking at it, kind of thing.
She's very childish, isn't it?
But I suppose we've got to remember she's still a child, isn't she? Really, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, they both are, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know how old they're actually supposed to be in the.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was mentioning to you last week, I looked at those pictures of how they looked when they started out and how they look now. Sansa's got a lot more skull weight nowadays than she used to have. Her head's she's gained a lot of weight just on her head, by the look of it. And she needs to trim some of that skull weight off, I think. But, so what we're talking about. Don't know how we got onto that.
That's fantastic. I love that. That was just a scene. We got onto that because we were talking about the scene with Arya and Sansa anyway.
Yeah.
But are we done with that?
I think so. I've covered skull weight. Done with
definitely
that.
Tick that off. That's definitely done.
That's been done. Yeah.
We cut from there to Tyrion and Davos landing on the beaches of King's Landing.
Yeah.
Like they're going off, like Davos is walking off, and Tyrion's like, "What about the boat?" He's like, "If that gets stolen, what happens then?" And he's like, and Davos is like, "Well, we're fucked."
It's become like a comedian, Davos, hasn't he?
Yeah. I think was it. No, it's in a bit. I'll come back to that.
Just one quick bit. There's one bit last week where like Jon Snow's talking about Daenerys, and Davos is like, I noticed you're looking at her chest quite a bit. She's making these daft little, random jokes.
Like, I think he asks John, doesn't he? Talking about someone, John goes, "She's got a good heart." He's like, "Yeah, I saw you looking at a good heart."
A good heart, yeah. Yeah, so Davos has got a few jokes in the old locker.
He's funny. He's a good one, Davos.
Yeah.
I like him. Still on there. They both kind of go the separate ways. We kind of cut to Bronn and Jaime walking through that dungeon. As far as I'm aware, it's the first time we've been in it this season.
I don't know. We've definitely been in it before.
Is it really?
Yeah, definitely been down here. We have been down here before, sorry. This is where the crossbow was unveiled.
No, that's what I mean. Just this season, though. This is the first time this season.
Oh, that was the season. I wanted the crossbow, the massive crossbow, to kill the dragon.
That's what I'm saying. This season's the first time we've come across this.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant this was the first time this season.
No.
Oh, no, I think we have been down here before. Maybe I'm getting the books confused with the thingy, but back in Series 1, Arya was creeping around the dungeons, like listening into Varys' conversations.
I genuinely don't remember the dragon heads.
Yeah, they were... Again, I might be confusing the books with the with the show. But Series 1, I'm pretty sure Arya was creeping around down here and heard Varys' plans with Magister Illyrio, stuff like that.
You might be right.
Yeah, because it's made mention of how Robert took down all the Targaryen decorations and stored them all in the dungeons, kind of thing. Yeah. And I'm sure the wildfire was down here as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're down there anyway. Like they're walking through all the dragon heads, skulls. I think like Jamie's like, why are we training down here? It's like, well, you don't. And Bron says like, well, you don't want people seeing you with that bloody shit swing, kind of thing.
Just a little detail as well. I like the fact he waited till he's virtually walked to the location under. Why are we going down here again? Well, I did tell you like we started walking 5 floors ago, but yeah.
But yeah, they're walking down there, and obviously Bron makes a few jokes about his shit swing and all that, and basically he's like, I think Jamie says something along the lines of like, "Oh, I'll kill you" or something for making that joke.
Yeah,
he's like, yeah, probably it won't be me you want to kill. Kind of thing. And then Tyrion comes out of the shadows and he's like, "Hey, bro,
yo, bro,
yo, bro." Yeah, and the little conversation between them ensues, and it's basically what was discussed in an earlier scene. Sorry, basically Tyrion saying like we need to cease like war, cease whatever you call
hostilities.
It. That's the one. Cease hostilities for the time being. Yeah. We all need to go north and fight the undead armies together, and I think Tyrion says something like yeah, we need to meet, and Jamie's like, yeah, why would we meet? Like she's not going to bend Cersei's not going to bend the knee. He's like, and he's like, yeah, I don't expect her to bend the knee, and neither did Daenerys, just yet. And it's just a little conversation, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it just feels a bit to me like, again, I don't want to keep having a pop at like. I know they're wrapping the show up and stuff, but they go out of the way to like spend 10 minutes showing Grey Worm and Missandei making out and stuff, and yet like stuff like this just feels a bit rushed to me, almost like Jamie's just like, yeah, I'll go and talk to Cersei. He's like, are you sure? Because like Tyrion killed your father, don't forget that kind of thing, So it just feels a bit like they're taking lazy shortcuts where they want to, but in other ways they're like extending stuff that doesn't need extend. You know what I mean? It's a weird balance, but. I guess they have got to get to this end point somehow, kind of thing. But it just feels a bit. I don't know what the right word is, but
rushed.
Yeah, bit rushed when they don't need to be rushing stuff. Do you know what I mean? Because they're taking the time with other stuff. But
I definitely see where you're coming from. But yeah, like
sorry, just the thing I was meant to say there was, it's like betrayal of character almost, like. The Russian stuff, and like I don't feel like it's something Jamie would do. You know what I mean? That's my issue with it. And we're going to get to Cersei later on. I don't. We've spoke about it in work. She does stuff that I don't think she would actually do in a true character, just for the sake of the plot. You know what I mean? So we'll come back to that.
We'll come back to it in the episode. But like, I actually agree, and I feel like the show is going to make her do something which I don't think she'd ever do.
Yeah, you've been. Bang on that, haven't you, been working and stuff? Yeah, saying that.
I'm like I said, we'll come back to it at the end because like it would be with theories and stuff. I reckon. But yeah, like the meeting and basically Tyrion says like we need to meet, we need to sort this out, kind of thing. Yeah, it's not really that touching. Jamie wants to kill him and that.
Yeah.
But it cuts from there to Davos wandering around. I can't remember what the specific place is called.
It's Flea Bottom.
Flea Bottom.
Yeah.
I was looking round and we find an old character who is no longer rowing.
Yeah, a little in joke.
Yeah. And it's Gendry.
Yeah.
He looks aged a bit. He looks older, definitely.
Just a quick random point on Gendry. This is one of those characters that me and my sister read the books when the first series started. He doesn't turn up until like series 3 or 4. And reading the books, not knowing how to pronounce half of these names, we were like, is it Gendry? Is it Gendry? Just stuff like that. Like we had no idea how to pronounce half these names. So it just reminded me when he said Gendry, I was like, oh yeah, it is Gendry.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've not actually read these books myself.
Yeah,
I've got them all down there.
Have you?
But I've never read them.
But even to the point of just a random point as well. Like one of the audiobooks, I presume all of the audiobooks, They call Lord Peter Baelish Lord Patar Baelish. Like,
Patar Baelish?
Pronounced Patar? Patar? It's like Peter? I know it's got a Y in it, but...
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, and like I remember reading online years ago, there was a character called Damp Hair who's quite big in the books. He's not been in the show that much. On the Iron Islands. And people reading the books thought it was pronounced Damp Hair, like, because they were looking into it too much. It's not just Damp Hair, because he's got damp hair, that's his name. Like,
that's amazing.
And people on like Reddit were like, is it Damp Hair? And I was like, no, Damp Hair.
Well, like I was saying, like I haven't read them myself, but like, in books I've read before, I've always thought, like, how's this pronounced?
Yeah.
And then they make a film of it, and you're like, really?
Yeah, I thought
Okay.
it was a lot simpler than I thought. Yeah,
But yeah, I know.
Yeah, sorry about that aside there. It just
No,
reminded
it's
me of,
fine. I know exactly what you're coming from with that. He comes across Gendry anyway, and he's basically come here to say, like, we need your help.
Well, this is what I don't get. What do they need his help with?
Well, I always thought he needed him to be a bit of a blacksmith for him, but we'll get to it in a few seasons' time. But turns out it's not what he's wanted for, apparently. But like I said, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
They meet. He's like, "All right, come with me. We need your help." And Gendry's just like, "Oh yeah, I'll just leave my job. I'll leave my life, and then let's go."
Yeah.
And he's perfectly happy with it. And we find out here that he's got an axe, don't we?
A hammer.
A hammer. Sorry, he loves the. He's got a nice hammer. I think he asks him at some point, does he?
Yeah, it's like, are you good with a sword or something? And he's like, nope, but I am good with a hammer.
Yeah. Which we find out in this next scene.
Yeah.
Which is them two coming down to the beach, and they're going back down to the boat, loading it all up with crab meat, and the hammer.
Fermented crab meat. Yeah.
Two of the Golden Army. Is it Golden Army? Golden Soldiers or?
Sorry, the Gold Cloaks.
Gold Cloaks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Which is basically the guards of King's Landing.
Yeah.
They come down and they're like, "Oh, is this your boat? What's going on?" And all this.
Yeah. Make a bit of conversation. And Davos is like, oh, bit of banter. I'll have a chat with these guys.
Davos is really good with this.
Yeah.
Like he pulls this off brilliantly, and he's like, and they're like, "What's on the boat?" And he's like, "Oh, come and have a look." And they've got some like you say, fermented crab meat, and he's like, "Got some fermented crab meat here. One scoop of this in a whorehouse." And like they think they're done. They're about to pull up the. I can't remember what it, braces or something. I think you call
Creatures or something,
Creatures.
yeah, probably.
And it's like they're about to do it, but one spoonful of this and they're ready to go again. I think he actually says like they're about to pull the preachers. Is that what he said? Preachers up, about to go back home to their loving family. One more spoonful of this and they're ready to go again. Try some if you want. And he gives them this fermented crab, which I can only imagine.
Yeah, I mean, crab meat in the best of times. I mean, you've got to be. It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, I can only imagine it. The fermented is awful.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of seafood as it is, but fermented just sounds awful. Just, and I know I've said awful 4 times in the last minute now, but
awful's the right word.
Awful. Yeah, and they try a bit, and they pretty much go on the way. Like, I kind of buy this. Let's go. Just before Tyrion shows up and ruins everything.
The ploy, yeah.
And like he comes down to the boat and they're like, "Hey, dwarf, nice sky you've got there."
Yeah. And he just ignores and walks past on
Walks past kind of thing. It's like Queen Cersei was looking for a dwarf with a scar quite like that a while back. And this is where we see well, I think Davos kind of tries to...
He gets the attention done and saying, like, how much gold, lads, is it going to take?
It's like, you think you can pay me more than the Queen can pay me?
Yeah.
And this is where we see Gendry's skill with a hammer.
Yep. We get some hammer time.
We do get some hammer time. But basically, he smacks one of them in the side of the head, crushing his skull instantly.
Yeah.
It's an amazing amazing. I love this scene.
I love that it feels like there's genuine weight behind that hammer kind of thing.
I love this scene. And then I think it's on the top of the other one's head. I think
he kind of flips it round. He like takes one out from the side. Oh, it's straight in the face. The other one.
Is that what it is?
One of them's the side, and he flips it round, and the other one's right in the face, and his face is just like caved in, kind of thing.
Both of them are no longer alive.
Yeah.
And if they are, they won't want to be.
Yeah. Both victims of MC Gendry. You can't touch this.
Can't touch it. Yeah.
Can I just jump back to it for a second? Just one quick thing on the Gendry thing. I don't mean to keep harping on about the same thing, but again, it just feels a little bit lazy to me. Like they felt like we've got to wrap up this Gendry thing. I'm sure I mentioned to you a while ago on this very pod about Hot Pie just went rambling off somewhere. Yeah. Gendry just rode off and vanished. And it feels like they're like, right, we're closing the show now. We need to get back with these characters.
Well, I think I've said it to you today. I genuinely think that the return of Gendry is purely because, and I know the internet has been alight with theories as to what happened with him. Like, people think he's still rowing, for fuck's sake. Yeah. So I feel like I think this season has shown quite well that they take notice of people's theories and stuff.
Yeah, any like little in jokes that becomes a meme, they kind of like almost work it into the show.
That's what I mean, and I feel like his return is purely because of fans harping on about him so much. I'm thinking they're like, right, they're on about him. They want to know what's happened. They want a good finale for him, so let's give him a finale. And I'll get back to it in a few scenes time. I know I keep saying this, but in a few scenes time, I'll get back to it. I think they are going to give him a good finale.
Well, I've got a bit of a different theory to you. I'll just jump into mine quickly. The reason being, it's the only Baratheon left now. Even though he's a bastard, he can always be legitimised, as Ramsay Bolton found out. So I think he'll be like the future heir of the Baratheon name, because the four houses, Baratheon, Lannister, Targaryen, Stark, they're the main four. Yeah. And I think they have to continue in some way, you know what I mean? So,
okay.
Unless Stannis comes back, which I'd love. So,
I mean, we still haven't seen him die.
Yeah, still no confirmation yet.
I mean, we're pretty confident he's dead. But, I reckon at this point, John, the only chance you've got of seeing Stannis again is part of the Dead Army.
Yeah, headless White Walker.
Yeah. Potentially. Yeah.
Oh, so just one final point. On the Gendry thing, feeling a bit lazy. It's just that, I mean, to that point, it felt really lazy. That scene when he's in the blacksmith's workshop, and it felt almost like Davos is like, "Come on, you've got to come with me." And he's like, "Why's that?" Like, so it says here on page 5 of the script, "You've got to come with me. Come on. Don't ask questions. Just get in the boat."
I know. And it's like I said before. Like, it's so weird that it's like, "Oh yeah, I've got a job here and I've got a life here now," but like, no, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'll come with you because the script says here, "Go with Davos." Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly
like character betrayal kind of thing. It just doesn't feel like in character kind of thing. But
if like, that's why I feel like it's almost they've brought him back purely to kill him off or
maybe,
something. Because like, yeah.
Just so they can say, like, for all the people who were asking how far he rode, he's dead now.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
He didn't ride very far. He just went fucking King's Landing forever, and now he's dead.
But I've got to admit, even though I've got the complaints about that, I do love Gendry. The look of him with that hammer, I think he looks amazing. Like,
no, I think he looked amazing. Like that scene on the beach. That's probably my favourite scene of this episode. Yeah, if I'm honest. I mean, there's a good one in the end here. We'll get to it, but that's a good scene as well. But this is probably one of my favourites of the entire episode.
And I mentioned to you about, like, I'd love to. I'm not doing a prequel show, but to be able to see, like, in a flashback, Rhaegar fighting Robert on the trident with this massive hammer. This is the kind of thing it'd look like. You know what I mean? Like him swinging that hammer around.
We'll never see. I don't know the actor's name. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we'll never see the Robert from Game of Thrones.
Oh, Mark Addy. Yeah,
we'll never see it because I feel like it'd have to be a bit of a skinnier man.
Yeah, definitely. 20 years younger and a lot skinnier. Yeah.
So we'll, but yeah. Where was we up to then? Gendry just killed the guys.
Yeah.
Basically, we cut from there. Then you're out going past.
Yeah,
that
definitely. Yeah.
It's Jaime going back to Cersei now, after having met with Tyrion, and he's basically going back to tell Cersei that he has met with Tyrion. As it happens, like Cersei already knew. Like that's what I got from it anyway. Like she allowed it to happen. She knew it was going to happen. How the hell she knew it was going to happen, I can't figure out.
Yeah.
Because obviously we know that Tyrion must have gotten word to Bronn, but I don't know how that happened.
I mean, it's a bit of a cop-out kind of thing, but she employs Qyburn, who has all the little birds, who he'd taken over from Maester Pycelle when he killed him. So he has loads of spies in location. But as you mentioned, how they know the intricate details of like Tyrion's plan to contact Bronn, to contact Jaime.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't know.
It's really weird. I feel like you say, it feels a bit lazy at this point. They're just like conveniently putting things into.
They need things to happen, don't they? So they're just taking shortcuts.
That's. I definitely agree. I think that's right. He tells her about it. She knew, and I think she says something like, "Are you going to punish Bronn for betraying you?" And they kind of hug. Oh no, wait, no. She stands like they're talking, and Cersei actually says like, "Well, I can't remember exactly what she does, but she implies that she's pregnant." And Jaime's like, "Who are you going to tell us the father?" And she's like, "You."
Yeah.
Are we believing that she's pregnant?
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Because I didn't think of it, but obviously people in work today spoke about it, and they're saying that maybe she's just lying just to get Jaime on the side, and it could definitely play into him potentially being the one who kills her, as the theory goes anyway. That she's lied to him just to get him on the side. He finds out the lie, kills her because he's just a bit too pissed off.
That could be it. I didn't even think of that, to be honest with you, in terms of killing her. I was more thinking it would make it a bit more grim if she is pregnant. The fact that she might have to die at some point, you know what I mean? So I feel it's a bit like when Robb Stark's wife died. You know, it's a very kind of nasty death.
I feel like Jaime would never. I mean, I guess we could still have Tyrion do it, couldn't we? But if as the theory goes, it's going like people seem to think it's going to be Jaime, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't think he would knowingly kill her with his own child.
Yeah, it would be a very big, almost like you can't come back from that kind of thing. You know, a big thing to do. So I didn't even think of that though, about the whole thing about her lying about it and that being the thing that drives him over the edge to kill her.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we'll obviously see, but that's what I'm thinking anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's the end of that scene. Anything else you want to say on it? Or?
Just one little thing on that bit. I like the final embrace between the two. It feels like they're both on the same page and back, you know, to being best mates. And they hug, and Cersei just gives a little like, "Don't ever betray me again." And he's like, "Oh."
Yeah, and his face was kind of like shit.
Yeah, she's still mad.
She's still pissed. And anything else? Or?
She wants Bronn punished. Whether that all come, you know,
yeah, she did say that earlier, didn't she?
Yeah, whether that all comes to fruition, I don't know, but could be another little point for them to fall out over.
I think Bronn could leave. To be honest, he's a free spirit.
He could die. He could get killed by Cersei.
I mean, I like Bronn.
Could be another thing to push Jaime over the edge. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because they have been good friends, I guess. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely see.
Yeah.
We'll go on to the next scene, where Gendry, Davos, and Tyrion land back at Dragonstone.
Yep.
And Gendry's first. I don't actually know if we see that. I think we just see Davos and Gendry walking on the beach. Davos is basically saying, "Keep the fact that you're a Baratheon a secret. Don't tell him that. He's got enough on his plate."
Yeah, he's busy. He can't deal with all this. Just don't, you know.
And they walk into the cave, which I think it's the cave with all dragon glass. And Davos basically introduces Gendry, and he's like, "This is Gendry." And Gendry walks forward and goes, "I'm Gendry, son of Robert Baratheon, bastard."
Yeah.
Davos is like, I kind of told you not to say that, but sure.
Yeah. seems a bit too eager for my liking. It's like, our dads were mates, we'll be mates as well. Best mates. And it's like, hold on. Calm down.
And then, there's like a little interaction where it's like, oh, I met your dad once or something.
Yeah. John's like, I met him at Winterfell or something.
And Gendry's like, I seen your dad at Blacksmith.
Oh, he came to my shop. Yeah, that's right.
And what was it he says? John's like, you're a lot leaner than your dad. And Gendry goes, and you're a lot shorter. And like, Jon Snow's just like, But then they just start laughing.
Yeah.
Not much. I think that's just a bit of an introduction. But then Gendry's like, well, I know you need help. Davos told me you need help in the north. I want to come with you.
Yeah, well, apparently you're so in need of a blacksmith at Winterfell that you've sent Davos undercover to King's Landing to find one. But forget that, because I want to come and fight with you instead north of the wall.
I mean, it's weird because he actually says, well, I want to come with you north of the wall because you won't need a blacksmith with that sword. It's like, but what about all the bloody dragon glass?
What about this army of 10,000 men? They can't fight with my sword.
Yeah.
They need swords.
But John's like, oh yeah, cool. Like, can you fight with a sword? And he's like, no, but I'm pretty sick with a hammer. And Davos is like, he is pretty sick with a hammer.
I've seen it.
I mean, that's not what he says. I think he actually says he can handle himself. But from what I was saying before about Gendry, why I think like he's gonna like this is why I think he might become. He's gonna go north of the wall with Jon now, and they're going with the sole purpose of getting a White Walker. I feel like he's gonna be the one who gets killed.
Gets left. Well, they've also got like a massive like collection of random wildlings with them, haven't they? Did you notice that? That like the motley crew leave the tunnel, but then behind them there's about 10 wildlings. Just don't know who they are. Just they're like cannon fodder almost, aren't they? Just get picked off. So whether Gendry will join that gang, I don't know, but
yeah, maybe. I mean, we'll get to that in a bit. And there's a future episode.
Yeah.
Future. I keep saying episode and season. I keep saying the wrong word. But yeah, a future scene where we get to that, don't we? But the next scene is basically Jon, Jorah, Gendry, Davos, and I think there's some. Is there some Dothraki? There's a lot of people anyway.
Yeah, I feel like there's a couple of Dothraki with them.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, and they're basically riding out on the boat. Daenerys and Jorah have a little touching thing. It's like, oh, we should be used to saying bye by now.
Yeah, we should be better at this.
And I think they try and do a touching thing with Jon and Daenerys, and Daenerys is like, I think Jon's like, oh, just think, if I don't come back, at least you won't have the King of the North to worry about. And she's like, I'm kind of used to him now.
Yeah.
Like, all right. But yeah, they swim off, whatever.
Yep, they swim all the way to Eastwatch. Yep,
all the way. They go. I think Jorah gives a little look over his shoulder at Daenerys.
Yeah,
like okay.
And then it's like Jon Snow, hands off.
We go from that to Sam and Gilly, and Gilly's reading from a book. I think like Sam's writing something.
He's transcribing the books.
Is that what it is? He's transcribing.
A few episodes ago, Jim Broadbent said these scrolls are old and dusty. Make them into new ones, whatever. I'll let you carry on. There's a big thing coming up here.
Well, Gilly's saying like she says like there's this many steps at the
15,946.
I think it was 64.
I'm pretty sure it was 15,000, but I don't know about the rest.
It was 64, not 46. I can't remember where that was, but there was that many steps somewhere.
It was at the Sept of Baelor, I believe.
But that was Windows.
Sorry, that was Windows, wasn't it? Yeah.
And Windows at the Sept of Baelor.
Yeah.
And she says this little snippet of information which Sam just passes off as nothingness, and it's Rhaegar, isn't it? Saying that he secretly got married
He annulled his marriage. Which was to the Dornish, Elaraya Dawn, or whatever. I don't know. Why can't I think of the name? Yeah. What's the Viper called? Martell.
Oh, Martell, yeah.
Like Elaraya Martell or something. Had that annulled and got remarried in Dawn.
In a secret ceremony, which obviously wasn't very secret
because it's in it. I was thinking this.
It's in the archives.
Why has no one read this before? All the info's right there.
And this information is, again, another bit of information which is kind of confirming Jon Snow's heritage.
Yep.
But not only that, it's making him giving him a bigger right to the throne than Daenerys.
Yep.
If this is true, it means he's not a bastard. He is the son of Rhaegar and
Lyanna
Lyanna, and they were married at the time, so he has a true claim to the throne.
Yeah. And Sam is too interested in talking about shits and what have you. I don't care about 15,000 shits.
It was steps. and yeah, he seems to get a bit worked up at this point, and he's like, I'm sick of it, kind of thing.
Falls back into traditional Sam mode. This for me, I mentioned earlier. He's done this before. When he gets frustrated somewhere, steals something and runs off.
Yeah, at his parents' house.
At his parents' house when he stole the sword, which has never even been mentioned since then. Randall Tyler didn't seem too bothered that the family sword had been stolen, and then ran off. And he's done the same thing again now. He stole a lot of stuff and ran off.
Yeah. He has.
It's basically a thief, isn't it? That's all Sam is. Just
it literally leads us to the next scene, which is them on, like, literally getting on the horse and carriage, and Gilly's like, "Are you sure about this?" kind of thing, and Sam says, "I feel like it's a callback to an old season. I can't pinpoint exactly where it was, but I think someone says it to him, and what he basically says now is, I'm tired of reading about the achievements of better men." And I think someone says to him in an earlier season, like, you will just be reading about the achievements of better men.
I feel like when he was working for, like, Aemon Targaryen or something, maybe, like, at the Wall, doing, he was doing a lot of, like, transcribing then and stuff like that, maybe, yeah.
I feel like someone, like, they're almost, like, trying to pick on him, and they're like, all you'll ever do is read about the achievements of better men.
Yeah.
And he's just basically called back to that kind of thing. Yeah, and I'm
a bit annoyed about this. Jon Snow sent him there deliberately to become a maester. Like, he gave him a purpose. And he's just like, oh, fuck this, I can't be arsed. Like, let's go.
Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of that scene. They ride off into the moon set.
Yeah. I'll throw it out there. I think they're going back to the Tarly homestead. They'll find out that his family are dead. He'll be, again, like
Lord Tarly.
Exactly. If Gendry becomes legitimised, he'll be the new Baratheon. Samwell will carry on the Tarly name now. He's the only one left. So.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's got to come up, hasn't it? That is the Tarly Lord now of that house. He's the Lord of that house now.
Although he has took the black, hasn't he? So I don't know how that works.
Oh yeah,
they're a bit loosey goosey with, like, taking the black nowadays, kind of thing.
Don't give.
I'm sure that Daenerys never thought to say, like, hold on, you were Lord Commander, and now you're just King of the North. Like, when you join the Wall, you give up all claim to land or titles.
Does she know this though? Because she was brought up in Dawn.
I feel like she would know it, but I feel like it should have come up, and he'd have said, like, well, I died.
At least Tyrion should have brought it up.
Yeah, Tyrion. And so, like, when it would have come up, he'd have had to say, like, yeah, I died, so I'm allowed to now not be in the Night's Watch.
She questioned it though, didn't she?
She questioned whether he died or not.
I forgot to mention this earlier when, like, in the scene where Drogon tried to intimidate him. She actually says, like, Davos said when we first met that you took a dagger to the heart for your people.
Yeah.
And he basically kind of...
Yeah, it's a turn of phrase or whatever.
Turn of phrase kind of thing. And she's like, oh, okay. But yeah, after the scene with Sam riding off into the darkness with Gilly and Icklestam.
And little baby, yeah.
And we get to Arya. And she's basically tailing Littlefinger around Winterfell, where I think he's talking to some lords at some point.
I think
maesters.
Yeah, that Maester Lewin guy, I think he's talking to him, and I'm going to throw a name out there. I don't know if it's him or not, but Wyman Mandley, I think it might be.
Okay.
Talking to them too. There's a random spy thrown in there by the look of it, some female who was getting information from.
Oh yeah, that was like in the stables.
Stables,
wasn't it?
yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, because I recognised that from when what's his name was killing people with dogs in there.
Mm. Oh, Roos, yeah. Roos Bolts. Oh, Roos's son, Ramsey. Sorry.
Ramsey was killing people in there. Yeah, she tails him for a bit, and she kind of goes. I think it's a dungeon by the looks of it. It's like an underground bit anyway. But there's like a bed in this room, but she tails him and she sees that like one. I think it's the Maester says like, oh, it's in there. Found it. There's only one copy in Winterfell, and blah 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 blah. They all go off, and she locks the door, goes in, and she searches everywhere. And in the mattress, she finds this note, which was the note that Sansa, under duress, in season 1, was like ordered to send, to Rob, in order to get him to essentially bend the knee, so that Ned can live. Essentially, I think it was.
Yeah.
And as she I don't know if she leaves it in there or she takes it with her. I'm guessing. I don't actually know if I'm honest. But she leaves anyway, locks it up. Littlefinger's watching. He knew this all along by the looks of it. It looks like Littlefinger had this. He knew she'd be tailing him or something, and he's using this to his advantage to try and build a bridge between the two of them.
Trying to set them off against each other, kind of thing, isn't it? Yeah. I'd like to think Arya was smart enough not to fall for this, but
yeah, you'd think so after like everything she's been through. But
yeah, should be a bit wiser, but it doesn't seem like it though, does it?
Not at all. No.
But I do love Littlefinger though, just the way that when she leaves the bedroom and he's just like lingered in the background, it's like a Scooby Doo villain.
I mean, I've said it. I don't know if I've said it on the podcast before, but I've said it to you before. I know this for a fact. I would be genuinely happy at the end of season 8 if he was the one sat on the throne.
Yeah, I love Littlefinger. Yeah,
that would be a good ending for me. Like everyone else has killed each other, and he's like, "Well, I got what I wanted."
Yeah, and I think Aidan Gillen's probably the best actor left on this show as well. So you know, he's just great week in week out kind of thing. Yeah,
he's amazing. That little scene's done, and we go to the final bit. Essentially, it's a few scenes, but like final section of the show, which is Jon and company, which would be Davos, Gendry, and Jorah. No, is Davos with them? Actually?
At this point, at Eastwatch, it's Davos. Is that where we're at? Eastwatch, yep. Davos, Jon Snow, Jorah, Gendry, and they meet Tormund.
And that's the wildling.
Yeah.
And they're basically at a prison cell with the men without banners.
But I like that. Just before that bit, though, as well, they have a little meeting with Tormund. And it's like, have you brought men with you? And he looks over at Jorah. So, yeah. One or two.
Yeah. Like I say, though, we go from that to like to the prison cell, don't we? And it's the men without banners who we know from episode 1, I think it was, that the Hound's with them.
Yep.
And they've obviously been captured by the wildlings by the looks of it.
I think they just turned up at the wall, didn't they? Say we need to go through the wall.
They wanted to go north as well. Go north,
and they locked them up.
And they're basically talking with each other, saying like, "Right, you want to go, we want to go. Let's go." Essentially,
Gendry's got a bit of an issue, hasn't he? Saying like, "You were the ones who caught me and wanted me to burn me alive or whatever to the Red Witch." All that stuff.
Yeah.
But like I say, in the end, Jon Snow's like, we're all on the same side.
I think what's his name? The wildling with the beard.
Tormund,
like, he finds out that Jorah is a Mormont.
Yeah.
And he's like, your dad hunted and killed my people.
Yeah.
And
Jorah's like, well, yeah, you returned the favour kind of thing.
Yeah. As far as I remember, you returned the favour.
Yeah. I've got to admit, this is my favourite scene of like possibly the season. Like just everyone like having little pops at each other and stuff, and just getting just meeting for the first time, like the Hound, Jon Snow, Jorah. It's just such a weird like odd band of people kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
amalgamation.
Of like people you should never be together kind of thing. Like,
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it works though.
No, it's good, isn't it?
And even Thor's just like, I've been in here for days, I've not had a drink.
I think that, like I said, they all decide they want to go north of the wall together, don't they?
Yeah. Also, just one final point as well. Thoros is top notch, not looking at the best at the moment. You can see he's completely bald on the top now. The hound was right.
Yeah, he's literally covering up a bald head with the few strands he's got left. They all like kind of John basically lets him out and is like, right, come on, we've all got the same goal in mind here. Let's do this thing. And to me, it almost felt like a bit of like the Power Rangers kind of thing where they're all like, let's go, yeah. That kind of thing. It feels
to me like a Men on a Mission kind of thing.
That's what I mean.
The Great Escape or something like. It's like you've got like 9 people who have just got to go and do this mission kind of thing. Like
9 people, the Fellowship.
Oh well, I was a guest to be honest with you. I hope it was 9 people.
I hope it was 9 now because my theory's coming to fruition.
They've got to go to Mount Doom.
And the final scene is essentially them walking through the gate of Eastwatch, north of the wall, and that's pretty much where the scene ends. Anything else you want to say on that scene? Or?
No. I loved the end. The first 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes. I'm quoting my sister here because she said the exact same thing. But first 10 minutes and last 10 minutes, I loved were the best bits of the show. Yeah,
I mean, I loved the bit with the Hound, the men without banners. Love that. First 10 minutes, like I'm not gonna lie, I got bored quite early on in this episode. I just got really bored. But that scene with Gendry on the beach, I love that scene. That was probably one of my favourite scenes. But that, like I say, that and the scene with the Hound and the man without banners just taking pops at each other. That was a fun scene. It really was.
It just felt like the Dirty Dozen or something, just like really weird. These guys should never be in a room together, but they've all been thrown together to do this one mission kind of thing. I really liked the ending. Yeah,
no, it was great. I loved it. But that's the end of the episode. We'll get on to the next episode in a few seconds. But before we do, have you got any theories that you've got that you've gathered from this episode?
I mean, you kind of reminded me of this today. That I predicted a while ago there's going to be some like big meeting of everyone. I don't know if we've already had that pretty much with Tyrion going to Jaime.
I mean, you predicted that the leaders would meet. Sorry, so like Cersei, Daenerys, Jon Snow. I don't think Jon Snow's going. Oh, actually, no, he would do.
Well, I think he'll have the White Walker with him. To show him.
He'll have the White Walker.
Yeah. So I think they're all going to meet in some like neutral venue and be like, "Hey, look, White Walker."
My theory from this episode is that Gendry has been brought back for the sole purpose of being turned into a White Walker.
Of being the White Walker.
That's my theory, and the trailer for the next episode kind of helps with that theory as well, a little bit.
Just one other thing. I think I mentioned this before. I'm sure you reminded me of this. My other theory was that none of the major players are going to die this series, and I think that could be right. They could all have this big meeting and be like, "Yeah, we've got to fight this Night King."
I'm starting to agree with you on this big meeting thing because it's looking like it's going to happen.
I thought that from the start, but I've got to admit, this season has felt a lot more like a filler season to me so far than I thought it would do. For a penultimate season of the show, I thought it'd be a lot more.
No, I know. Yeah.
I can't think of the right word, but a lot more meaningful than what we've seen so far.
But like I say, no, like I'm starting to agree with you on that theory. That's going to be, and I'm not going to lie, I'm very disappointed in it because, as you were saying before, Cersei's been doing things that I just don't think Cersei would do, and I don't think Cersei would quite just gladly have a meeting with Daenerys and Jon Snow without trying to kill them. Yeah, she would try and kill them.
I mean, that could still happen. That could be her downfall.
I'm hoping that is what happens.
Because I agree with you on that. Like, regardless of the Night's King and his army, Cersei wouldn't readily agree to fight with them unless she had some plan in the back of her mind.
Exactly.
I mean, that could be the case, you know what I mean? That could be what's happening. But it just feels more convenient so far than in character. Do you know what I mean? It feels more like for convenience.
No, I agree. Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd even be happy if she ended up just killing Daenerys. I like Daenerys. Don't get me wrong. I like Daenerys. I'd be quite happy with her just killing Daenerys upon meeting. But as we know, George R. Martin is quite a fan of Daenerys, and
his favourite character.
And we're probably going to see her leading the people.
You know what? I don't think so. I think her sole purpose, talking about like a bittersweet ending, I think the show will end with her and Jon Snow fighting the army, and she's going to like fall and die. And Jon Snow, as you mentioned, is the one with the better claim to the throne. Yeah. He'll be the king, but he'll have lost Daenerys along the way, kind of thing. Yep.
Okay. I mean, we know from the prophecy that she's going to be betrayed by someone, don't we?
Has that happened yet,
or is it just the?
Because I've got to call him Dora Martell. Jorah Mormont's already betrayed her when he.
Oh God, that's
back in series 1.
But that's how I just realised that's only assuming that she is this princess.
Yeah.
That's foretold in the prophecy. So someone's been betrayed, and if she's the princess, then maybe. But we'll get on to the trailer for the next episode if you're all right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Obviously, they're always only just like a minute long or something, not even that 30 seconds maybe. I've the only thing I got from this is like we've got a lot of shots of Jon and company. I'm just going to say Jon and Co because I can't be asked naming all of them every time. So we've got Jon and Co north of the wall. We see the flaming sword at some point, and we see them running. And as I was saying before, about Gendry and being turned into a White Walker, and this trailer kind of backing me up. It's the only fact is that the Hound seems to be wielding his hammer, and why isn't he wielding his own hammer?
Yeah,
maybe he's dead already. Maybe he's been
captured or something.
Something's happened to him, and at the end of the trailer, we see them all running, and if you look very, very carefully, it looks as if the Hound's carrying someone on his shoulder. Don't know what that means, but we'll see. And anything you've got to say about the trailer?
Well, I said to you before, like I was shocked how much it looked good next week. I was like, that really fired me up for it. One shot in particular, I mean, we pretty much see the same shot in the original trailer for this series back way when, but you couldn't make out that Jorah Mormont was with them. You couldn't make out who the people were really.
Yeah.
And it's the men like in a circle, preparing to fight off whatever's coming their way. Yeah. And just that shot of seeing like Jorah with Jon Snow with the Hound, I was like, oh, I'm well up for that.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm really excited for next episode. We know it's going to be an hour and 11 minutes, I think it is. An hour and 11 minutes.
So it's going to be an extended episode.
So it's a 71-minute episode.
And I mentioned I like Men on a Mission movies like The Dirty Dozen, war films, that kind of thing. And it feels like that, where a bunch of ragtag people have just got to do this one mission, do one thing and get out again kind of thing. So yeah, definitely up for it.
Yeah, same. I'm really looking forward to next episode.
From that trailer, we did see other things, didn't we, like Tyrion and stuff. So it's not going to be totally north of the wall, is it?
Tyrion and Daenerys with looks on their faces. We've seen Arya saying, what did she say to her sons now? It was something like you're scared or something. Why? Something like that. And we did get little bits and snippets, but what's this episode called? Was this the one that was called
Eastwatch?
No, the next
the next one. I'm guessing it's called Blood of the Dragon. I mean, that doesn't sound right now, though, thinking about it.
No, so see, that's what I mean, because you read originally that this Eastwatch episode was called
Blood of the Dragon, but I think I've got that wrong somewhere.
I should have looked it up, to be fair, but we'll be reviewing that one next week, and then the week after that, it's the finale, which is 81 minutes long, I think.
Right.
So that'll be good. I think that's actually, I'm done at this point. I've got nothing more to say in the episode. Do you got anything
Me
more
too,
to
trying
say?
to rate it if that's okay.
That's a good point. I would love to give my rating also.
I'll go. I was a little bit disappointed. I mentioned before, the first 10 minutes great, last 10 minutes great, all the stuff in the middle, very convenient plot holes and what
Definitely.
have you. 3.5 out of 5.
I mean, I'm not a million miles away myself. I gave last week's 4.5 out of 5. I think that was actually a rise from the week before as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I gave last week the first 4.5. Every other episode's been 4. This is back down to 4. I should have probably gone lower, to be honest, because this is probably my worst episode of the season so far.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you're all right, we'll end the episode. I feel like we've gone on a bit long.
Yeah, my final thought is, I think I mentioned before, but just contrived. A lot of it felt contrived to me, and that's probably the best way to sum it up for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll give out some social media and end it there. I feel like we've gone on for a while.
You know what? It's been our longest episode, but I've actually enjoyed this one, I think, more than any other one, talking about Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It's weird. I play our worst episode, and we've enjoyed slagging it off more. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. An hour 20 at the moment, so probably our longest episode. But
it's almost as long as the main show.
Yeah.
But I'll give out the Twitter. My Twitter's at DSTE Nick.
Yeah. You can tweet me at Taylor1980.
And we have a Facebook, which is, if anyone wants to put the URL in, it's facebook.com/DST podcast. If you're not willing to do that and you just want to go on Facebook and search, you can go in the search bar, type in Don't Spoil the Ending podcast, and you'll find us quite easily.
Yeah.
Give us a rating, a review, give us some feedback. Obviously, if you want to tweet Joe and demand he comes on to the final episode of this, that's at It's Joe. Get on to him.
And check out Facebook. We'll have a poll to make sure Joe gets on the final episode. So you can check that out, vote in that poll as well.
Yeah.
That'll be good. Yep.
Well, that's it from me this week.
Yeah, I'm done.
Thanks very much for listening. It's been a pleasure.
Yep.
And I'll see you all next week.
Yep. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Bye.